Я не хочу, чтобы сейчас был долгий сюжет. Я
The
все.
Alfalfa family
Я
had a
уже
meeting with the
закончил.
IPC?
I got this information from a message sent by that IPC ambassador. He said it was to return the favor. It's not hard to imagine. Peniconii today is pretty much like the frontier prison it once was, with external forces casting greedy eyes and the undercurrent of order lurking within. Instead of falling into a situation where they are plagued by both external and internal threats, Peniconii would rather take a step back and invite the IPC to negotiate at the table, ostensibly to cooperate, but in reality, to secure more opportunities for their own survival.
Well, no wonder they sought the mediation from the Astral Express. In your opinion, who should we stand behind?
I don't think the followers of the Harmony are completely innocent victims in all of this. For reasons unknown, they have a strong desire to smooth things over, which leads to speculation about their motives. If either the family or IPC were to assume full control of Peniconii, it would return to its previous illusory dream of hedonism, and the efforts of those
Разврат.
previous nameless would once again go to waste. There you are. Did you rest well?
Нет, я хреново отдохнул.
I didn't disturb you since you were in a deep sleep.
Похоже, мне приснился очень длинный сон.
Even long dreams eventually come to an end. Our adventure in Peniconii is reaching its conclusion.
Наконец-то.
After Anna's dream was shattered, the family branch from the Montour system soon arrived and swiftly took control of the situation. Most members of the Oak family fell unconscious, but fortunately, their lives were not in danger.
The mastermind behind the plans was confirmed to be Gopher Wood, the previous Dream Master. But by the time we arrived, he was dead already.
Воскресенье.
He'll face a trial. As for further details, the family would rather not disclose them.
Ultimately, the public perceived the incident as an attack by evil forces targeting the Charmony Festival. They believe the family failed to safeguard the sweet dream, significantly eroding their credibility in the process.
Да, я это все уже понял, вы это говорите уже который раз.
While quite different from the truth, this appears to be the outcome with the least impact.
After all, you don't know who's awake and who's pretending to be asleep. Well, they'll open their eyes in the face of
Шивон-то вряд ли
danger.
спала.
Once the danger subsides, they'll embrace the sweet dream again.
Здорово, Шивон.
Here's a toast, with 3 glasses of glory of the Trailblaze to all of you.
А вот мы снова и
Yeah, it's good to
встретились.
see you all again. Although we might be saying goodbye again after this reunion. When will the Astral Express leave Peniconii?
Сегодня.
We'll stay a bit longer,
А,
but
нет, не сегодня.
not too long.
So, this is our final meeting then? If this is a farewell, then it seems to be missing something. Music? Atmosphere?
Галахера нет.
Ah, maybe a special drink to honor those who are not here. Let's see. The mixed drink should be solemn, dignified, and unique. To the nameless, resting in peace.
Из-за Галахера.
And to Gallagher.
А, мы в этом. La Messe.
Ready to mix your drink?
Да. А что с
I'm
Галахером?
not sure. I haven't seen him since our last meeting at the lounge. Come to think of it, he always did come and go quietly. We used to discuss everything here. But every time he'd leave, I'd realize that I didn't know him at all. I have a hunch. Perhaps he's already fulfilled his wishes and won't be coming back.
Давай приготовим коктейль.
Before we start, would you like to talk to your friends? We have plenty of time.
Ладно, скоро вернусь.
This trailblazing expedition has been thrilling and memorable. Hopefully we all gained... Well, it was somewhat surprising. In that dream, I returned to my home when I realized that her conclusion was not preserved in memories. I became...
Стоп! В моих воспоминаниях нет сведений о том, что с ней случилось. А, он говорит про эту. Про эту Ахер, он не про свою.
The conclusion of a journey can often be sorrowful.
It's rare for all passengers to leave the express. In my dream, the express stopped at many places, and passengers came and went. However, the 5 of us were always present. Perhaps this could be a deep-seated desire inside me. And upon realizing this, I knew it wasn't real. No related records exist in the databank. However, now that more power's in the universe, like I said, we'll go and see.
Guess what? Something weird just... So I unwrapped it and found out it was a button with a message on the... Of course not! Who would press something
я
like...
бы стал
By the
нажимать.
time I turned around, the person had already vanished. So I handed it over... I'm really...
Ready to mix your drink? Before we start, all right, as you... I think I have an idea about what drink to make. Would you like?
Горький.
Here's Bitter Dreams, the least popular drink in this bar. It's bitter and sour. Just like the harsh realities of... Not a bad choice. Let's...
Готовим коктейль. Малый винтажный бокал. Много льда. Жидкий сумрак 2, бодрящая содовая. Перемешать. Ломтик лимона. Горькие сны. Смерть — жестокая правда, но память о вас останется в аналах. Смерть — жестокая правда, но память о вас останется в аналах истории.
Words always fall short. If you want to bring closure to past events at this lounge, there's no better way than mixing a drink. Blend all your memories and emotions together and stir them well. Through the filter of time, what remains in the glass is something to savor. Well, it's done. Here's to the nameless resting in peace. And to my friend, Gallagher. Death is a bitter truth, but what you did will be remembered by history. We're not accepted by the outside world, so we've gathered here. And one day, our souls will return to the same place. Cheers.
Вы получили сообщение. Дамы и господа, давайте отправимся на лучезарный шпац. Я скоро закончу, встретимся у бассейна на корме. Окей. Уже иду. Все за мной. Кстати, чем вы занимаетесь на лучезарном шпате, госпожа химика? Пока что это секрет. Потерпите, вы узнаете на церемонии открытия. Жду с нетерпением. Все цветы увядят.
Oh, are you leaving? Well, then take this with you.
О, отлично.
I've mixed more of this last special drink for you. The past shouldn't be forgotten. So I hope it brings back the flavors of Peniconii.
Thank you. I'm sure it'll leave a lasting impression.
If you happen to run into Gallagher, make sure he has a sip too. I know his tastes, and he'll be thrilled.
Хорошо.
All right, enough with the heavy stuff. You guys have important things to take care of, whether it's the Astral Express or Peniconii. There's still a long journey ahead. So let's lift our spirits, guys, and embark towards our tomorrows.
Яшма! Нет, Яшма это уже позже.
Old
Да,
Odie
блин,
is a
нет, я не могу
tricky
позже.
opponent. I didn't expect him to take the risky step of going public at such a critical moment for Peniconii.
Indeed. He's definitely bold. It's that kind of boldness that made him the Odie Alfalfa he is today. Still, the outcome is uncertain. Shouting loud doesn't necessarily carry any weight. What about the phone call I asked you to make, Topaz?
Ah, they agreed. But it'll take some time before they arrive.
Они хотят скупить акции.
Just as it should
Да?
be. The sweet dew should be served after the bitter poison.
Looks like we'll be skipping the exchanging apples step this time around.
Now that we're dealing with a greedy merchant, a simple apple wouldn't make a difference. Well, I guess I included myself in that remark too. Now I'm a bit curious, Topaz. Do you think Peniconii is a quality asset?
Yes. Despite its recent calamity, Peniconii remains a top quality asset within the cosmos. With good credit, lucrative potential, and
Well, that's obvious. But what I truly wanted to know is... This project is obviously too bland for your taste.
that's true. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Venturine.
But despite that, you trust him. You even entrusted him with a cornerstone. Something as precious as life itself, to finish this gamble.
Are you not in the same boat, Miss Jade? Without us playing along, your Jade Stone wouldn't have made it across the border so easily, allowing you to see all desires that flow through dreams to gain a bargaining chip in negotiations. That's why I'm willing to stake my Topaz Stone to cover for you. It's like one big, elaborate game of chess.
Once that kid sets his mind to something, nothing can stop him. Not even fate. Well, at least he's still alive, and that's the best outcome.
Looks like we've strayed off topic, Miss Jade. Should we discuss our next steps?
No need. I'll go it alone. Meanwhile, you can go greet our honored guest and wait for my message.
Okay.
Is that Robin? Huh. She's also here on the Radiant
О,
Feldspar.
боже мой.
There's a good child. Do as you're told.
Это великолепно. И на самом деле мне не стоит тут слишком много пробегать. Я лучше буду заниматься сюжетом в первую очередь. Привет, Зарянга. Как дела?
Greetings, Miss Robin. I didn't expect to meet you here.
Черт, а как мне убрать... У меня есть кое-какая проблема. О, нет. Замечательно. Черт, а как?
Miss Jade? Greetings. The opening ceremony for the Charmony Festival has been moved to the Radiant Feldspar, so I'm here making some preparations. How about you? Have you spoken with Mr. Alfalfa?
Alfalfa?
I'm actually on my way to meet him right now. Do you know him well, Miss Robin?
Unfortunately, I've never met him. I've only heard a few comments from the former head of the Oak family. Mr. Alfalfa is respectable when it comes to business. But in other respects, I can't say the same.
Он только хороший торговец, все остальное не очень хорошо.
Where do you think the future of the planet of festivities is headed?
I believe the sweet dream will see its rebirth, just like the Radiant Feldspar resumed its voyage. The Harmony needs a new direction. Only by bidding farewell to the past can we actually sail into the future.
There are no permanent allies or everlasting enemies. So let's both take what we need from this deal.
Naturally. I'm looking forward to your performance. See you at the festival.
Мило.
See you later, Miss Jade.
Очень мило. Конечно. Мы поговорили с Зарянкой. Время разговаривать снова с Отти. Начать второй раунд переговоров.
Thank you for your patience, Mr. Alfalfa. Let's continue our discussion.
Figured out something already, Miss Jade? But where is Miss Topaz?
Она ушла по делам.
Topaz has something else to take care of. You'll be seeing her later. Talks can still continue between the two of us.
Is it just me, miss? Your tone sounds very different now.
Да, она по-другому говорит.
I need to set a good example for my junior. It's not a good habit to be too loose-lipped during negotiations, right? Now we can speak frankly and openly. Do you believe what I said, Odie? You're not the only merchant who has seen the changes in the cosmic market over the past 10 amber eras.
10 янтарных эр. Что такое янтарная эра?
Interesting. Now that's interesting. Good. It's good to be straightforward. Openness and transparency are my things. So, tell me, what's your next move?
Unfortunately, I'd like to speak the harsh truth before laying out my plan. Let's cut to the chase. First, your plan won't work. Peniconii has no way of sidestepping the IPC and going public. Second, you can't stop the IPC from entering Peniconii. We've got all the time and connections in the world to find a way in. We'll keep tearing down and rebuilding this place until the Asdana system gets used to the IPC's ways again. Now, I'm repeating your words exactly. If you don't want to be a laughingstock and have everyone gunning for you at the official conference, you'd better drop your little pie-in-the-sky plan.
Oh, interesting. Indeed. You surely have a way with words. Now, I'm curious to know what you have up your sleeve.
Mr. Alfalfa, let's not forget that the IPC controls the biggest interstellar publicity platform. More than half the news networks in the universe take their orders from us. The moment news spreads about Peniconii going public, trillions of customers will immediately receive a message like this. The family's protection for Peniconii has expired. Any mishaps in the dreamscape could result in permanent brain death.
Что? Подожди, это о чем?
Care to guess how many ways we have to turn alfalfa credits into worthless junk within a measly 24 system hours? With the entire cosmos keeping a close eye on Peniconii,
Наконец-то у них нормально
I assure you,
распределивают. И
it
сколько
won't be
времени
too
прошло?
hard.
Они в самом начале имели хорошую анимацию ртов, и сейчас снова имеют. Почему
You
до
really
этого
think
они
you
не
can
имели
pull that
ничего
off?
такого?
Even from Pier Point, as distant as it may be, I'm more than capable of keeping you on a tight leash. However, if you agree to give up that half-baked plan to go public, the IPC will assure you that we'll never jeopardize the interests of the family heads under your leadership. After all, we also need allies here in Asdana. The IPC can assist Peniconii with financing, starting by acquiring 30% equity shares. With our financial support, stabilizing and rebuilding Peniconii will be a piece of cake.
30% equity, you say? Who can guarantee you won't want more in the future?
Они захотят.
That's the brilliant part of it all. The answer is simple. No one. There are no guarantees. It all hinges on self-awareness and mutual respect. However, the board of directors will consider the interests of the family heads to some extent. You're a smart merchant, old Odie. Isn't the whole purpose of this elaborate game to showcase your business acumen and seek more benefits for the family? It benefits us if we both take a step back. And if that's not enough for you, I'm pretty sure that another goal of making Peniconia go public is to expand the influence of the Planet of Festivities and attract more customers. I understand your concern, and I have a solution for that, too.
Fine. Now I see your sincerity. As the head of the Alfalfa family,
Как
I
глава,
don't think I have any reason to refuse your offer.
но как торговец,
However, as their chosen one,
Эон
I
гармонии.
still need one final answer.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
When I was a child, I heard the adults recite the tale of the ancient Ember Era, about the ascension of Shipe, the Harmony, and the downfall of Enna, the Order. The Order and the Preservation used to be close in ancient times. So, why does the IPC, as a follower of the Amber Lord, seek collaboration with the family instead of aligning with the Order?
The answer is simpler than you think. It's all about credits. Everyone's favorite thing and the universally recognized currency among the stars. The IPC has the power to perpetually ensure their value. With each new world integrated into the credit system, the IPC adds another building block to its cause. Eventually, all exchanges, capital, and businesses will operate within a unified monetary system. By then, all planetary developments will be recorded in accounts with well-defined values and the ability for exchange and circulation. And the heart of everything will be Klepoth's credit.
Логично.
Ah, and then the IPC will be able to exert influence over everything.
Our intention is to establish enduring preservation, so I'm sure you can understand. This universe doesn't need two types of order.
Идет, вы
Well
меня убедили.
said.
Все.
Now you've convinced me. All right. Tell me your solution. Let's see if we're thinking the same thing.
Then let's continue our conversation. Please, Topaz, invite Sweet Dew to join us at the table.
Это авантюрина пригласят. О, химика. Химика.
Thank you for your presence, Miss Himeko. Please allow me to introduce her to you, Mr. Alfalfa. This is Miss Himeko from the Astral Express, one of the future shareholders of Peniconia.
У Экспресса будет заработок.
I've heard so much
Express
about you,
будет
Mr.
заработок.
Alfalfa. It's an honor to meet you as representative of the Astral Express.
This stunning lady is the navigator of the Astral Express? It's a pleasure to meet you.
I believe everyone here is familiar with the general contents of the proposal. After this round of financing, the IPC is expected to hold 30% of Peniconi's shares. Then, the IPC will transfer 5% of that stake to the Astral Express and recommend Miss Himeko as an independent director to honor the sacrifices and contributions made by the former Nameless to the land of the dreams.
While this decision isn't finalized yet, we are honored that everyone here recognizes the way of the Trailblaze. While the Nameless didn't embark on their journeys for fame or fortune, if this is the wish of both the family and the IPC, I will represent the Astral Express and fulfill my duty as a member of the board of directors. The entire crew has agreed to assist in the reconstruction of Peniconia. Beyond that, in our future travels, we are committed to bringing the beautiful dreams of the Planet of Festivities to more worlds. Of course, all cooperation is based on one premise.
Одно условие, я
The
слушаю.
path of harmony in Peniconia must not be distorted again, and such a tragedy must never recur.
После переговоров. Привет, Топаз.
Old OT is in agreement. So the issue is settled, I presume. What about the remaining family heads?
They will soon realize the situation. When old Odie answered the last question, he represented more than just the Alfalfa
Но он сказал,
family.
что он за гармонию, за семью.
When should we schedule the formal negotiations? I'll handle the arrangements.
It's all up to you. I'll step back and let you handle the negotiations and takeover. I won't be involved.
But Miss Jade,
Она
this
пришла,
is...
пришла, все порешала и ушла.
Aventurine initiated this case, and you were his project partner. If that kid hadn't overplayed his hand, I wouldn't have been pushed to the forefront. I came here today to help you sort out the toughest issue. I trust you'll be able to wrap things up quite nicely, little Yelena.
Of course,
Маленькая
there won't be
Елена.
any problems. And please, give Diamond my assurance.
Don't worry. Diamond has always trusted us. I'll put in a good word for you, and you'll have your P-45 position back in no time. Radiant Feldspar. What a fantastic ship. Now that my business is done, it's time for me to indulge in my own little hobby.
Ah, you want to open a Bon and Jade exchange branch on this ship too?
Добрая Яша.
Opportunities like this don't come around often. Just look at the guests on this ship. They're surely holding a wealth of valuable treasures. Well,
Она будет
I'll
продавать
take my
всякую
leave.
фигню.
A pawn shop can't run without a boss. See you around, Topaz.
I have one more question for you, Miss Jade.
Go ahead.
That dose of bitter poison. I'm curious
Я
as
знаю,
to
где она
how you
нашла. Она с
found
Зарянкой
this
же
information.
болтала.
I didn't find the information. It came to me. It was from a lady concerned with the future of the Harmony. In return, I've agreed to help her with something. But that's for later. We can deal with it after we leave Peniconii. You see, that's what investment is all about. The seeds of opportunity are already sown. They only need a little bit of nourishment to take root. And then after, all we need to do is wait
Я надеюсь, это
patiently.
все.
Like right now, for example. It's just about time my final guest boarded the ship.
Вы переключаетесь на первопроходца. Нет, на светлячка. Переключение на светлячка. Сэмюэль. Ха. Хлоп-хлоп-хлоп. Хлоп-хлоп-хлоп. Спасибо, спасибо. Вау, ты такая прелестная сегодня. Смотри, какой сундук. Давай откроем его. Нет, мы не должны открыть эти сундуки. О, как прелестно все выглядит. О,
Sneaking in
обожаю
was
город.
way easier than I thought. The family's security is as lax as ever. So, this is the Radiant Feldspar. So luxurious. A pawn shop that grants wishes. Is there really a place like that on the ship?
Нет. Еще
I'll
нет.
find out for myself if the rumors are true or not.
Е. А, я не достаю доверха. Пенакония!
How beautiful!
How beautiful! Лифт недоступен в текущем состоянии. А как пройти? А, сбоку.
No danger detected. But is that him?
Это я! Это я!
Vanished in the blink of an eye. So
By the way, there's one more thing. Mr. Alfalfa and I discussed it. I'll present a gift to the Astral Express on behalf of the family as a token of gratitude for the Nameless's contributions to Peniconii. Please help me with the necessary arrangements.
Right away, Miss Robin.
can I ask you something?
Oh, greetings, miss. Is there anything I can help you with?
Do you know how to get to the pawn shop?
Pawn shop. Ah, you must be talking
Добрый
about Lady
Яшма.
Bonajade's place, right? I heard she offers special services there. I've marked the pawn shop's location on your device. Please feel free to check it out.
Lady
Отлично.
Bonadade. I think I've heard that name somewhere before. Was it from Silverwolf? Come to think of it, she disappeared after mentioning that she was going to meet with the Genius Society. Huh. I wonder how things turned out for her.
Хреново. Подожди, найти первопроходца. Мы ищем первопроходца. А, вот он. Я нашел его.
If I win,
Если я выиграю.
your chest is mine.
Мой сундук мой.
Who said I was betting with you?
I did.
They are still a ball of fire as ever. Sorry, but I've got to find Lady Bonajade first.
А я нашел его. Я нашел его. Я нашел ГГ. Идти своим путем. Я нашел его. Приготовьте особый напиток. Нет, это не то. Наткнитесь на экипаж Звездного экспресса на лучезарном шпате, когда играете за светлячка. Да! Великолепно. Десять гемов. Яшма.
Welcome to Bonajade Exchange, Radiant Feldspar branch. How should I address you, dear lady?
Сэмюэль.
Just call me Samuel.
Samuel. Nice name. So what do you need, Miss Samuel? And what are you willing to give up in return?
У нее ничего нет.
I want to keep on living. And for that, I'm willing to give up everything I have.
Everything you have.
Но у нее ничего нет.
That's right. Everything.
Miss Samuel, I think you'd best turn around. It seems you're not quite familiar with the term pawn.
What do you mean?
I mean it literally. I sense your burning desire to live, but unfortunately, you don't have anything of equal value to offer.
Okay. A pawn shop that grants wishes. I see. It's just a marketing gimmick.
Well, that's quite a harsh accusation. I understand you may not fully comprehend what I mean, but don't worry. I'll help you understand. Go and talk to these people.
Найдите этих
They're all
пассажиров.
customers of my pawn shop. See for yourself if their wishes have come true. Once you've done that, come back to me. I'll help you understand the true meaning of pawn and make you realize what you're missing.
That Lady Bonajade feels more like a money lender rather than the owner of a pawn shop. Well, I've got nothing better to do anyway. I'll do as she
Она
says and see what
фоткает
happens.
ГГ с Дэнем.
Which one should I pop?
Кто следующий?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dan Heng and Void Ranger Jive.
Don't change the words.
No, it's not the best time to do that. Sorry. I'll catch up with you later.